Hey everyone, Barry here for Barry Fast Cars. It's been a little bit, it's actually been a long bit. Apologies to you, to myself, for not making videos. But yeah, I did a lot of stuff in the last, I guess it's been like a month since I've uploaded almost. Maybe a little more, shit. I went to the Long Beach Grand Prix. I will be stitching together a little montage of my trip and all the cool cars I got to see and all the people I got to meet. Notice on my Lotus hat I got Mario Andretti's signature. Oh, it was so legit. So legit. I was pretty flippin' hyped on that. And I think I have something in my teeth. Just ate a sandwich. So let's just quickly talk about F1. I haven't really talked about F1 season at all, so it's not going to be, I haven't planned any of this out. I'm just going to talk about it. So Nico Rosberg's won the first 4 races. If you didn't know, spoiler alert. He's won the first 4 races. He has been driving brilliantly, but the stars have been aligned in his favor for sure. Lewis Hamilton has had plenty of unfortunate, breakdowns, mishaps, whatever you want to call them. His car has broke plenty of times in inopportune moments. He has not retired from a race. He has scored points in all races. Right? Yeah, I don't even want to think about it right now. But other things going on in F1, other than that, Vettel got screwed over in the last race, but cockpit protection. Cockpit protection. Some people are for it, some people are against it. Some people say, it's open cockpit racing. You know what I have to say to that? That's bullshit. It is technically not open cockpit racing. The formula, the concept behind it, and IndyCar and all the feeder series for them, is open wheel racing. Not open cockpit. That is not a standard for the type of racing that it is, or the type of car that is being raced. It's open wheel, not open cockpit. I see no issue with cockpit protection if it's, implemented logically. I mean, I didn't really have too much of an issue with the Halo, to be honest. I mean, it probably would have come out a little bit better than that first, whatever, just, hashed together version of it. I think it would have looked better in the long run. But I have a picture here of what Red Bull's concept is for it, and it's pretty cool. Hopefully the reflection is not too bad. There we go. That does it pretty well. You can see it. You can see it. Let's move over there. You can see it racing. Boom. So, I wish I could... Soon enough, I will have the ability to talk over pictures being on the screen. And, yeah, I have the computer I can screen record. But, for the time being, the big aesthetic issue that I see between it is the front of a Formula One car is particularly boxy, square. The central crash structure up front is square. Everything mounts to squares, and then it gets a bit more rounded off near the back, where of course the Coke bottle around the engine where the engine is, and the radiators and all that jazz, intercoolers, and so obviously this aesthetic issue is because it's just a temporary fix for a very important issue. Really, we shouldn't be dying or having any... the drivers should not be dying. We've had 3 deaths in the last 5 years, and in open wheel racing, and at least 2 of them were for sure avoidable. If was it Wilson, the IndyCar guy? I'm just blanking on his name. I think it was Wilson. Yeah. He would have lived. He wouldn't have been hurt at all. He would still be alive if he had the Aeroscreen. Guaranteed. Felipe Massa never would have gotten hit. Didn't die. Didn't get incredibly injured, but he was still out for a season. And that was scary because I'm a huge Felipe Massa fan, as you may know. So, Aeroscreen, yes. Better integration into design of car, yes. at some point the FIA and even the governing bodies for IndyCar, for that matter, they're going to have to open up the rules for design, at least for the the crash structure area, the actual toe of the car. I mean, well, I don't honestly know in any percentages or what have you how open it really is. I have not delved into the mandates by the FIA for Formula One rules and car building rules. But the Aeroscreen could be integrated fantastically. And also, it could hypothetically lower the height of the bulkhead or whatever you want to call it in front of the driver. That's an option, if the Aeroscreen's there and has that protection, it could be dropped down a little bit. Everything could be dropped down a little bit and essentially exposing the driver a little bit more, but he's protected by this Aeroscreen, which of course with material upgrades and updates will consistently get better season by season. I just can't wait for it to be better, more sexily integrated into the chassis. And since, the idea is it being lower, I can't answer my phone right now. So if, everything could be a little bit lower, so maybe just the top of the helmet is out, but you know what I mean. I think there will be a lot of metamorphosis of the idea over the coming years. Integrate it next season, by all means, and we'll go from there. But by the end of the decade, we should have a pretty sexy, integrated, the Formula One car should look really good by the end of the decade. Like, really good. A little bit wider tires. And, it'll be sexy. And hopefully, faster. Not that really matters. Again, we'll talk about that in another video. I just want to make a video for you guys. The Aeroscreen and all the, Lewis Hamilton being against it. I mean, fucking Bernie Ecclestone being against it. Like, what is your problem? Seriously. Ricardo drove it, said, hey, it was fine, no visibility issues, and you could possibly save a life. And it doesn't look bad. Fuck off. So that's what I have to say about that. And I wish I had rendering skills, but maybe someone out there wants to do a slight render of just maybe what a next-gen 2017 spec, aero spec F1 car will actually look like with the Aeroscreen installed. Because you're going to have a lower wing, it'll be a little bit different car. And I'm sure with the concept integrated of the Aeroscreen, it will already look better next season than what we saw on the Red Bull at Russia. But that's the video. I will upload it and talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.